Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your boy, Anok from Anok Gaming, back at my couch. Today, I have another deck tech for you, so please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you have any recommendations for what I should add or take out, please let me know. I'm not a good player, so take all my advice with a grain of salt. That being said, love you all, see you on the other side. Alright, now, this is a mono-red leader. His name is Edward.Newgate. He's a 6 life, 6,000 power leader. Well, that seems pretty OP, don't you think? Well, he has an ability that says at the end of your turn, add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. So every turn, he loses a life. That is Edward.Newgate. Let's get into the deck. This is a very cheap deck to build. Alright, for ISO. ISO is a 1-drop. 2k power, 1k counter, body, and ISO says, on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 card with the Whitebeard Pirates type, other than ISO, to your hand, and then put the rest on the bottom of your life. I don't remember if this comes in the structure deck, but if it doesn't, they're like 20 cents a piece, if that, so you should be fine to pick them up. Next up, we have 4 Thatch. Thatch is a 1-drop, 2k power, 2k counter body. It says on play, if your leader is a Whitebeard Pirates type, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn, then add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. Next up, 2 Fossa. He comes in the structure deck. He's a 2-drop, 2k body, 1k counter, or 2k power, 1k counter body with blocker. That's it. He comes in the structure deck though, so you're good. Next up, 4 Haruta. Haruta is a 2-drop with 3k power and 1k counter. They say activate main once per turn. Give up to 1 rested Dawn card to one of your leaders or characters. She comes in the structure deck, so pretty easy to get your hands on. Alright, now into the 3-drops. 2 Kingdu. Kingdu is a 3-drop with 4k power and 1k counter. Kingdu has blocker, then says opponent's turn. When this character is KO'd by effect, your leader gains 2,000 power during this turn. Pretty good card. I do believe it comes in the structure deck, and if it doesn't, it's pennies. This is Rakuyo. I think I said that right. Probably not. 3-drop body with 4k power, 1k counter. Says Dawn 1. On your turn, all of your characters with the type Whitebeard Pirates gain +1 power. This comes in the structure deck. It's a really good card for the deck. Would recommend. Now into the 4-drops. We have a lot of 4-drops, so just bear with me here. 4 Atmos. This is the reason that Whitebeard is now at least playable. Because it kind of negates his downside a little bit. This is a 4-drop body with 5k power, 1k counter. It says when attacking, if your leader is Edward.Newgate, you cannot add cards to your hand from your life using abilities this turn, or using effects this turn. So he negates your leader ability to add a life card to your hand, so you don't lose a life at the end of your turn. Next up, for 4-drops, we have 4 Jozu. Jozu is a 4-drop body with 4k power and 2k counter. You never, ever, almost ever play him. It's kind of just a searchable 2k. He says, Dawn 1. If you have 2 or less life, this, and your leader is a Whitebeard Pirate, this gains Rush. There you go. I don't think I've ever played him unless I literally am just drawing brick after brick and literally have to. Next 4-drop, we have Marco. So, Marco is a 4-drop body with 5k counter. 5k power and 1k counter. He has blocker. He also says on KO. You may trash 1 card with a type, including Whitebeard Pirates, from your hand. Then, If you have 2 or less life cards, play this card from your trash rested. Next up, we have 2 Speed Jill, the last of the 4 drops. Speed Jill is a 4-drop body with 6k power and 1k counter, no abilities. Just a decently statted body, and that's why we only run him into 2 of, because he has no ability. But he is decent though. Next up, we have one of the cards that you cannot get in the structure deck and you will have to buy separately. This is Marco. This is the other Marco I was talking about. This is 5-drop with 6k power, 1k counter. It says on your turn, on play, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost with a power of 3k or less. Then on KO, you may trash 1 event card from your hand. You may play this card from your trash rested. So that's Marco. You will have to buy him outside of the structure deck. I don't think he's more than a few dollars though. This next card, Porcus D Ace, is in the structure deck though. And you will need to buy 2 structure decks in order to get 4 of him. He is a 5-drop body with 6k power and 1k counter. He says if your leader is a Whitebeard Pirates, this gains Rush. Then it says, once per turn, if this character would be KO'd by an effect, I believe, would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may give this character minus 2k power instead. So that's a once per turn. If this would be removed, you can give it minus 2k power instead. It's a really nice card. Really glad that they printed it. Next up, this is also a structure deck exclusive, and another reason why you will want to buy 4 of this deck. And if you play other red decks, they also typically run this card. This is Edward.Newgate. He's a 7-drop, 8k power, no counter. He says on play, give up to one of your rested Dawn cards to a leader or character. Then it says activate main. You may rest this character, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 5k or less. This is a really nice card, and you will need this for the deck. Last, but certainly not least, we have the 9-drop Edward.Newgate. This 9-drop body has 10k power, no counter. He says on play up to one of your leaders gains plus 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. Then you cannot add life cards by your own effects to your hand this turn. Then it says Dawn X2. When attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 3k or less. So this is another card that you'll need to buy outside of the structure deck, but he is worth it. Trust me. He turns your leader into an 8k body until your next turn, and he also negates the effect of your leader, just like Jozu, so you don't lose a life at the end of your turn. So, that is all the cards in this deck. I'm going to go over them one more time. You have 4 Izo, 4 Thatch, 2 Fosu, I believe his name is, 4 Hatura, 2 Kingdu, 4 Rakuyo, 4 Atmos, 4 Jozu, 4 4-drop Marco, 2 Speed Jill, 4 5-drop Marco, 5 Porcus D Ace, 4 7-drop Edward.Newgate, and 4 9-drop Edward.Newgate. That is all. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and give me any suggestions you have in the comments down below. Have a good one. Bye-bye.